Good Wednesday morning, April 29th. The meteorologist Nicholas Herboso. It's going to be a morning weather update, kind of an overview of the forecast for today and over the next 7 to 10 days. We'll try to do these videos more often. Just wanted to try something like this and try to make it as regular as we can on the mornings. So let's just get right to it. And it's going to be a little bit more of an in-depth dive into the weather. We'll be using a lot of models. We're not going to use our traditional graphic system that you will always see. You're going to see some different models, stuff that we more post on social media. So let's dive into it here. We're going to start with the upper levels of the atmosphere today. This is the air at about 18,000 feet up. And what you see here is a little shortwave trough that passed across the region last night. And what that did was fired off some showers and thunderstorms across a good part of the state of Alabama and Mississippi. It was active weather yesterday as that shortwave rolled through. You could see this here when you add the water vapor imagery to it. You see all those clouds over the southeast United States, over Georgia and Alabama, and that was that system. And here's what's left of it. This is the Weather Prediction Center surface analysis. This is a cold front along the Mississippi River. Then you look off to the south, you see a little H over North Alabama. That is the drier air in behind the rain that pushed in last night. And we do still have some rainfall that is out there. This is what it looks like. Radar as of around 5:30 this morning. And you can see rain over Georgia and portions of Alabama. You can see it in the satellite picture as well. That's where it's cloudy. It's more broken clouds here. Locally, let's look at live radar. This is as of around 6:15 this morning. And we had a couple passing showers near the coast, and now it looks like early this morning, a couple passing showers here in Clark and Monroe counties. Hopping off to the north, though, this is the radar out of Montgomery, and you can see that they have scattered showers around here, even up to Birmingham. And they had a couple stronger downpours here in North Mississippi and North Alabama. There was a severe thunderstorm warning out earlier. I will note that the Birmingham radar is actually out right now because last night a line of thunderstorms blew through and knocked that radar out. It was lightning. So that's the deal there right now. Scattered rain showers, and there could be a couple rain showers in the morning hours, but I think our big rain chance today comes late in the day. So we'll take a look at that. Here's the current conditions: 71 degrees as of 6 o'clock this morning in Mobile, 64 Birmingham, 66 in Montgomery, 73 in Pensacola there. Looking at the weather alerts across the nation, it's generally pretty quiet, and you could see those couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that we had earlier this morning out there in North Mississippi. Of course, those are gone now. So here we go with the severe weather outlook today, and we do have a marginal risk in place for the Gulf Coast, from Texas all the way to the Atlantic coast there. And also, there's another marginal risk I will note for portions of North Carolina and then Virginia, West Virginia, even up to Pennsylvania there. But for us locally, there you go, a marginal level 1 out of 5 risk of severe weather. That is the lowest end risk that you can get. And this is going to be for the potential for some isolated instances of strong winds in thunderstorms and hail in thunderstorms. This is not a tornado day. So I think the wind threat will be the most notable thing, and the hail threat will be the most notable thing today. As thunderstorms bubble up in the late afternoon and evening time, they could produce those gusty winds and hail. And we'll talk about that in modeling in a second. Tomorrow, on Thursday, general thunder. There's one marginal risk over Texas, but otherwise, looks like we're going to have the possibility of maybe a couple of coastal thunderstorms, and you'll see that in the modeling. And then on day 3, this is new. We have marginal risk over Texas, coastal Texas there, and also clipping our area, part of the Florida Panhandle in a marginal risk. This is again for Friday, and we could see a couple of coastal thunderstorms there. So that's the deal with severe weather risk. Let's look at rainfall. Rainfall looks promising as active weather continues for the deep south. Look at some of the numbers here. This is over the next 7 days. Could have some decent rainfall totals around 2 inches. We will take everything that we can get because the drought monitor is not looking great. You can see extreme drought across our area. This gets updated tomorrow, so we will be looking for that. All right, let's start off with forecast models. We'll start off today, and this was again a look at the upper levels of the atmosphere, what we're looking at here. And the pattern continues with that trough over the Great Lakes, and this is what it looks like down at the surface. This is valid at 4 p.m. And at 4 p.m. this afternoon, we're going to start to see our scattered showers and thunderstorms developing here, mostly over Louisiana and Mississippi, but then they'll start to move in after 4 p.m. for us locally. Let's take a look at this here in high resolution modeling. It's the HRRR. This is at noon. At noon today, it's probably going to be a partly sunny day and it's going to be quiet and nice. Then, as you go into the afternoon, this is 3 p.m. Look over in central Mississippi. You see those rain showers starting to develop and they start to just drift south here. Now, this is 7 p.m. and we are in the action zone now. So, 7 o'clock north of Interstate 10, according to this run, the HRRR forecast model, you have ongoing thunderstorms, and a couple of those could be strong again, but ongoing thunderstorms, ongoing rain, something that we definitely need. Here's 10 p.m., and you can see the rain starts to get closer. So if you're along the coast, maybe early tonight, you could start to get on some of that action if this model verifies correctly. Then we go into the morning hours on our Thursday and we still have some rain around. This forecast model, the HRRR, actually pushes in another little round of rain on Thursday morning. So the period Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, Wednesday night into Thursday morning looks showery, and especially Wednesday evening and Wednesday night early, thunderstorms definitely possible there. So something to look forward to. This is now what the forecast model looks like for noon on Thursday. Noon on Thursday looks quiet then. And I think as we go through the late period on Thursday, this is 8 p.m. Thursday and 10 p.m. on Thursday, just a couple of coastal showers there. So definitely some rain in the morning on Thursday, but as you get into the afternoon and have a break, and then maybe just a couple of coastal showers there. This is the look valid at midnight. So getting up to Friday morning, and then again, it looks like Thursday night into Friday, just some showery conditions. Let's take a look back at Thursday again. This is Thursday afternoon. For the most part, quiet, but maybe a coastal shower there. The odds of thunder, again, limited to the immediate coast here. Then let's check out Friday. Here's Friday. And again, what's happening is we have a boundary that's drifting into our area. And Friday, you will notice high temperatures in the um, 60s in our inland spots, most likely. Maybe some 70s at the coast. What's happening is a boundary, a front is actually drifting across our area. So you're going to see that cooler air filtering in. And I'll show you this. We're going to look at the Cape. So this is the instability, the potential for thunderstorms on Friday, and you notice that all of that potential is pushed out over the Gulf. So you can tell that cooler, more stable air has moved in here for Friday. So Friday may be a coastal shower or thunderstorm. And as you saw with the severe weather outlook on Friday, Northwest Florida may be squeezing out a thunderstorm. But Friday, scattered rain showers mostly near the coast. Then we move on. Aha. So Friday night, a wave starts to develop off to our west along this front that is sitting over the coast. And then the wave pushes from west to east. So this is Saturday morning. And Saturday morning, we have rain. This is valid Saturday morning at around 7. And you can see a really decent amount of rainfall falling here. Temperatures will probably be cooler with this will likely be a cool rain. Looking at the instability, maybe a coastal thunderstorm there. That's again at 7 o'clock in the morning. You can see that's the lightning flash density product. So essentially, where are the thunderstorms? And anywhere you see the color, there's the thunderstorms. And you can see that that's happening mostly near the coast there. So again, that is Saturday morning. That looks to be our peak rain chance, our most beneficial rain chance. Then moving on, so Sunday, and Sunday looks like a dry day. Do note that Sunday morning is going to be chilly. Sunday morning, we're probably going to have temperatures in the 40s inland. The afternoon will be comfortable, though, and dry conditions there. Looking ahead now, we're looking at Monday. Monday, the trough passing off to the east here. We are dry. Morning temperatures again, probably in the 40s and 50s. So it is going to be a chilly start on Monday, but then Monday afternoon getting up into the 70s and again dry and quiet conditions. Let's move out to Tuesday. This is Tuesday, May 5th. What we're seeing here in the afternoon, dry, nice temperatures, 70s, maybe low 80s there. What about Wednesday? So, Wednesday, we could see some more clouds later on. You see a system off to our west. I'll get a bigger picture. You see over Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, there's some rain showers. That could be the next weather maker that we track. Again, this is pretty far out. We're like at day 8 here, so this is way out there. But we'll keep an eye on that. If we go to Thursday, um, Thursday can't rule out maybe some rain in the morning. You can see this is the afternoon on Thursday, and it looks like some rain and almost like a front passing through here. So that could be our next rain chance. Something we'll keep an eye on there. So Thursday, that is Thursday, May 7th, maybe some morning rain there. And then if these models were to verify for the extended period here, we are way out in the models. It looks like maybe by Friday we are looking at a quiet picture there with nice conditions. So we'll see about that. But hey, another round of rain we could definitely take. What you're looking at here, I know this is kind of an eye chart, really complicated, but what you're looking at, and the main thing to look at is the bottom part here. This is rainfall according to the European Ensemble AI version. So it's essentially a broad look. Um, of the ensemble products, so multiple runs of the European forecast model and the AI version to give us an idea of what our rainfall could look like over the next 15 days. And you see, if you look at the blue bars, that bump that happens on Saturday, the dates are at the bottom of the screen. That means that by Saturday, we could have 2 inches of rain, most likely. And this is valid for Mobile. So that could be a nice total there with that Saturday rain that we've been expecting. Then it looks like we go dry and quiet for the first half of the week. Then that next system, maybe next Thursday, Friday, comes in here and you can see the numbers start to tick up again. But a 15-day rainfall total here in early May of around 3 to almost 3.5 inches looks pretty favorable, if I do say so myself. That could be really nice for us. And with the drought conditions, we'll take anything that we can get. Also want to remind you temperatures. These are the temperatures, daily high, low temperatures valid for Mobile. The morning temperatures are the blue bar. The yellow bar is the afternoon temperature. Today it's going to be warm. 87 is what the National Blend of Models is going with in Mobile. So that is extremely warm. But then you look at Friday and Saturday, especially as the unsettled weather gets in here after that front works its way through. It does have a cooler feel. Friday only 72. 55 on Saturday morning, 70 on Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, and Monday morning, 48 degrees. So those are our days where we're past the rain and we're dry. So a nice kind of chill to the air for Sunday morning and Monday morning. Afternoon temperatures 74 on Sunday, 79 on Monday. Then we're back to the regular schedule for Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the 80s. And looking ahead, this is the Climate Prediction Center outlook. We often show this on Fox 10. You can see here this is valid May 6th through 12th. And you're seeing temperatures maybe below normal there in the long range outlook. All right, hopefully this morning outlook was helpful for you. We will have regular weather updates on my Facebook page, meteorologist Nicholas Herboso on Facebook, KNBHWX on other social media platforms. I will be on TV later today. So let me know if you have any weather questions. Of course, my Facebook messages are always open. If you want to send in your pictures and videos, you can do so on the Fox 10 weather app or send it to me on Facebook or via email. Have a great Wednesday.